Let the battle of the sugars commence. Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Beaver, and today we are having a death match between your standard white sugar and the tried and tested brown sugar. Now we are going to have a death match, and we are going to be pitting these two sugars against each other on 5 different categories to see which one will reign supreme and claim the title of being the sugar champion. So first and foremost, the sugars we're going to be using. Now, lucky for me, here in South Africa, our sugar is actually pure cane sugar. Now, if you look at the ingredients on the back of the sugar packet, you'll see that it only states pure refined cane sugar, no other ingredients whatsoever. Next up, on the brown sugar side, same story over there. It just says pure unrefined cane sugar. So lucky for me, there's no funny business when it comes to the 2 different types of sugars. What you will also note on the brown sugar at the back there, it says unrefined brown sugar. Now, I know in a lot of countries, when it comes to brown sugar, those tend to be your refined white sugar, but with a little bit of molasses added back into the sugar just to give it some color. So from the research I've done, from the research that I've done, I can tell you that the brown sugar here is, well, just slightly less refined than your refined white sugar. Okay, so yeah, first up, just those are the sugars we'll be using. Now, as I said, we're going to be defining these sugars or getting them to battle head to head on 5 different categories. The first category that we're going to have a battle on is the price. Well, here in South Africa, once again, this might differ depending on where you're from. Your standard white sugar versus your brown sugar, the brown sugar is slightly cheaper and tends to go on special quite a lot more often than your white sugar here in South Africa. So on that one, winner, brown sugar. Now for battlefield number 2, and this is where the rubber is going to start meeting the road and the stuff that we actually care about. The first one is, which one gives you a higher potential alcohol by volume? On the back of the package, on your white sugar, here in South Africa, your refined white sugar, your total glycemic or carbohydrate index is 100 for 100 grams. It's 99.9 grams of sugar per 100 grams serving. Where on the brown sugar side, it is a total of 96 grams. So there's about 4 grams difference. On the hydrometer reading, you will see that the white sugar gives you a slight, very slight heads up, or a very slightly higher potential alcohol by volume than the brown sugar. Now, this is a very minute difference, but this might just, once we're done with the experiment, extrapolate into having a higher potential alcohol by volume, or a higher alcohol by volume once everything is fermented. Now for criteria number 3 for the head-to-head battle of the sugars, and that is the ease of fermentation. Now this is a bit more of a difficult one to test because we didn't use any nutrients within our washes. We should be able to see a difference, and well, we did. The white sugar, it really struggled to get the fermentation started. It took about 1.5, maybe even 2 days to really get going, to actually get the fermentation going, where the brown sugar started kicking off within a good couple of hours. And also during the fermentation process, the white sugar stalled out a couple of times, and I had to stir it up to get the yeast back into suspension, and all of those fun things to actually get the fermentation to ferment all the way to dry. So on criteria number 3, ease of fermentation, I will definitely give that to brown sugar, and the brown sugar takes a 2-0 lead over the white sugar. Next up, this one was a very interesting one and the clear differentiator between white sugar and brown sugar. And once again, we didn't add any nutrients or anything to the washes. It was just straight 2 washes, 2 buckets, standing in almost the exact same place, fermenting away. The white sugar, as I said in the previous little segment, took a little bit longer to get started, where the brown sugar kicked off in a good couple of hours. I then went and I periodically, every day, came out, measured the gravity, and took notes on how the fermentation was progressing. So the next part of this challenge for the 2 sugars is the speed of the fermentation. So if speed is the thing that you're looking at and you want to get your fermentations done really quickly, this is one of the criteria that you will look at. So the brown sugar, that fermented out in 5 days, complete, dry, and actually went a little bit past the dryness level. So thus negating that initial couple of points that the white sugar had on the first criteria, where we went and we looked at which one gives you a higher potential alcohol by volume. The white sugar, that took about 2 weeks, 14 days to actually ferment out the dry. Now, how did I determine whether the fermentations were done or not? All I did is, once a fermentation tested with no drop in gravity points for 2 consecutive tests, I assumed, or I said, that the fermentation was finished, and then I recorded the results. So on that front, once again, brown sugar takes the lead, and that finished out to completely dry, actually to below a 0.990 fermentation. So that actually fermented out dry as a bone. So yeah, now we are 3-0 up, and brown sugar takes the lead. Now for the 5th criteria that we set up for testing the sugar and which one is the best sugar to actually use for your fermentation and distillation processes, we ended up having to distill these products and to see which one, if any of them, actually gives you more or less product. And the only reason I can subjectively do that without my own personal biases interfering with the cuts, or when I take hearts, when I take heads, I ended up employing a robot. And the robot that I'm going to be using, or that I did use for the actual distillation process, was the My Vodka Maker Plus. Now this little bad boy here is quite fantastic when you use it, because all you have to do is you have to plumb in your wash at the back, and then you set up your jars, you get your heads cut here, and then depending on what you want, I wanted vodka, so I put a vodka jar there, and I ended up taking vodka cuts. And yeah, fantastic product. It is a continuous still, and it actually eliminates my bias out of this whole distillation process. So after setting up the machine for both runs, we ended up with an interesting result. The brown sugar once again just edged the white sugar out of contention. The white sugar, we got about 910 mils at about 90% ABV out of the My Vodka Maker. On the brown sugar side, we got about 950 mils out of the My Vodka Maker, also at about 90% ABV. So once again, on that, the brown sugar takes it. Now, on those 4 criteria, the brown sugar, or 5 criteria, sorry, on those 5 criteria, the brown sugar takes it hands down. It wins 4 out of the 5 head-to-head battles, and thus we have, well, the best sugar to use for distillation is brown sugar. Now the bonus 6th criteria is my bias opinion on which one of the 2 sugars I prefer. And this purely comes down to what I want to use the sugars for. In this Glencairn, here I've got our brown sugar distillate, and this one here I've got the white sugar distillate. Now both of these are sitting at a lovely 60% ABV. I watered them down a couple of minutes ago. Just let them stand to actually get to meld the flavors together. So brown sugar, white sugar, this is the actual distillate that we took off the still. So purely on the nose, the brown sugar does have a sweeter smell to it. Remember, we did not do any inversion of the sugar, so it smells sweeter. The white sugar, on the other hand, smells, I would like to say drier, but that's not an actual way to describe it, but it doesn't have that depth or any depth to it that the brown sugar has. The brown sugar has a little bit of a floral note, but nothing too substantial. They're very, very close together. This one is just a little bit one-dimensional. So let's taste them. Okay, as expected, remember these were distilled at about 90% ABV, so we should be close to about a neutral spirit, but it does have a slight little caramel finish to it. And now for the white sugar. Well, it's definitely drier. It has a lot less taste to it. It tastes almost just pure sweet ethanol, and then it just dissipates off your tongue, where this has a little bit more clinginess to it. So, in my honest opinion, I think it depends on where you want to use your final distillate. If you're looking at something neutral that you don't want to interfere with the flavors that you're busy with, maybe you're doing a gin, or maybe you're doing a vodka, a flavored vodka, I would go with the white sugar. The white sugar will give you a nice, clean, crisp ethanol finish without interfering with the flavors, where the brown sugar, on the other hand, if you're doing something with a little bit more body, something with slight nuanced flavors in the back, I would definitely go with the brown sugar. So if you're doing, let's say, a brandy and you want to substitute some of the sugar and you want some depth in the background there, I would say go with the brown sugar. It's going to add a little bit of an extra element there, and yeah, just enhance the flavor experience. If you're doing a rum wash, I would 100% say go with the brown sugar. It's just going to add those caramel notes in. With the white sugar, crisp, clean, tastes like almost nothing, just pure ethanol. The brown sugar has a little bit more character. So in my opinion, I think both sugars are equally easy to use. The white sugar does tend to want a little bit more nutrients and that kind of stuff, where the brown sugar ferments on its own. So if you're a beginner and you want to just get into the hobby, I would suggest not a lot of fussing around. Get yourself a bag of brown sugar, add some water to it, add some yeast to it, and let it ferment out to dry, and then distill it. If you get a little bit more experience, then you know how to use nutrients without that affecting the flavor, I would suggest maybe moving to the white sugar realm. But yeah, that's just purely my opinion. Now, if you stuck around this far, thank you very much for watching. Have a lucky day.